What is up, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream, and it's that time of the week once again. It is time for Singles of the Week. This is a segment where I like to break down some of the newest tracks that has just dropped this past weekend. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on them, and I'm gonna give them an official rating. Be sure to check them out for yourselves. They are all linked in the description down below. Let's get right into these new singles. Let's kick this right off with this new Mannequin Pussy track. It is called Loud Bark. Super dope. Super duper dopey scopey. Great pacing. Love the noisier this thing gets as it builds up with the emotion later on in the track. Marissa sounds absolutely amazing on the track. Beautifully controls the tension with the track all the way through. Great production as well. It's fire. Then we got Oneohtrix Point Never coming out with a brand new EP. I will give you a little taste and sample of this track, CC. This is a composer and producer. If you're not familiar with him, a very, very brilliant work. I highly recommend you check it out. And I thought with this first piece, it was absolutely phenomenal. This song is an absolute treasure. The immersion, the chasm of experimentalism, bringing in expansion through the mind, gorgeous melodics to sweet sounding ambience. It's just a bundle of joy all around. A great, brilliant combination of ideas. The EP has to be great based off this one single, so yeah. And then we got 21 Pilots with the newest track, Overcompensate. This was impressive. A lot of that old school 21 Pilots vibes are really brought out into this with the hip hop tropes especially. There's a catchy hook on here that I thought was pretty enjoyable. I think the best moments really come from the building blocks in the early upbringing. Impressively dynamic and a clean listen as well. I gotta hand it to them. This is certainly a great adjustment after that last record, which was just a disaster in my opinion. So yeah, this was good. We also got Shygirl and Lolo Zouaï with the newest track, Mute. Another deep dance cut that I was very, very hyped for once I seen Lolo teaming up with my girl Shygirl. I love a lot of her work in general. These girls in general with their solo work, I am a really, really big fan of. They really do have their moments, but I just feel like the vocals on here weren't as ethereal as they should have been. The production is a bit stale too. I thought Lolo, she had a great singing verse that really caught my attention, and it bops for sure, but I really wanted this to have a lot more of that ecstasy to it, and it's just not here. And then we're gonna move on with Cigarettes After Sex with the newest track, Tejano Blue. I personally thought this was pretty good. I mean, it's very standard to what Cigarettes After Sex is already really about with their dreamy black and white aesthetics to their rock sound. The guitars are so soothing, and that's the thing that kind of just makes me forget about everything. I really feed off of them in this song, and the singing is so soft-spoken too at the same time. It's like the perfect amount, and it's just cool to me. And then we got Chloë out with their brand new track, FYS. I thought this hook smashed, dude. Truthfully though, I don't see myself sticking around long with this track. I don't see myself putting it on repeat ever. I really just, I don't know. I could see myself getting sick of it easily and eventually just like kind of just tossing it in with the rest of the archives. She sounds awesome, and the crazy pre-chorus, like crazy, and it hits really well into that chorus. Very conflicted with my rating because I'm gonna give this a yellow just because of the longevity, but I really do think it could be worth a green, and especially if you try it out, I think it could think it's worth a green or maybe even higher, because there's still a great performance on here that I think you could observe. So I think R&B fans will love this. And we got Martin Garrix coming out with some new tracks. I'm finally get to see the man at Vegas. I cannot fucking wait till that happens. And then he's gonna be teaming up with Seth Hills on the track Biochemical. Great 3D effects on this. The sharpness on the plucks, it really just gives that delivering, satisfying feeling. And that bass is deep. It is deep into its layering. Perfect atmospheres and rave season. I cannot wait for it. I'm really excited to hear this live. Pharrell Williams is also out with a new track, teaming up with Miley Cyrus on the song Dr. Work It Out, producing a funk banger, very bright, very punchy. Gonna get some numbers up there for sure. To me, it's not really anything special. It's truthfully generic. It doesn't stand out at all in his catalog. I dig that they collabed on here, and the mix is tucked well and tight and overall and neat, but FLETCHER is also out with some new music. This one is called Doing Better. The flow on the track is very, very well executed. FLETCHER is just giving us some more memorable hooks that will certainly meet with her charts. Not something that I'm also dying to really have another taste of, just not really exactly worth the time in my opinion, but this was enjoyable. Moving on with Cage the Elephant with the next single, Out Loud, and this is just not exciting. This is a piano ballad that was actually quite boring. This return should have had so much more hype and thrill to it. It just doesn't for me. I feel like what they put out so far with the new material, it's nothing. it's really nothing exciting. It doesn't elevate what the band is really out there and how like high they really are up into rock music. So yeah, I'm disappointed with this one. And then we're bringing on Rezz and Blanke teaming up with the track Everywhere Nowhere, mutating their skills into one unison track. The bass is so impressive, so vibrant, great layering on here. The use of their subs really drive the atmospheres right off of the canvas. You really can't argue with that. The sound design is absolutely amazing. Rhythmically isn't really that fun for me. When we get to the drop, it will sound awesome when you're surrounded by it, but overall just kind of just playing it just nonchalant, not really too riveting. But yeah, the design of the track is still very, very good and very impressive, so I think that's enough to earn the green. Empress of is also out with a new song. This one's called Preciosa. I appreciate what Empress is really pulling off right here, embracing her Latin roots to bringing a pop piece that levitates over these warm bass and pounding drums. Bit on the nose of what Rosalia has already achieved. I think this style really comes off as too derivative, but she performed well and the track is well polished, so it's a well-made track, just not really one that stands out for Empress, but still a decent track. Then we got Chinouriri with the track What a Devastating Turn of Events. I always adore songs like these that do not drown out or overcompensate the vocal recordings when it's absolutely unnecessary. And this is a performance from Rachel that is absolutely delicate. Wonderfully complements the rest of the track as a remainder of what is heard, and also just freshly organic and refreshing. Well done. Once again, well done. DaBaby is also out with another single called Grammy Party. Baby has really been falling off, and I came to see if he had anything new to present with this track. I guess I'd say the fans, they might like this. It's somewhat hard hitting, and I feel like at the same time they don't really look at that much of like what makes production good and bad, so I feel like they might enjoy it. But this is clearly unfinished. There were moments on here where I felt like the drums were actually falling apart once those 808s triggered. It just felt disastrous, and Baby still fails to accommodate a poor beat for a memorable verse material. So yeah, this is a fail. Joyner Lucas and Benny the Butcher are also out with a new song called Sticks and Stones. I think the collab is cool. Conscious rappers bringing their might together and ultimately spitting good bars. Yes, they are good bars, but in cohesion with the instrumental, kind of just oversaturates itself with the rest. Forgettable by my experience, by most conscious hip hop like this. This is like, if you're gonna put it compared to the rest, this beat is poor. It's not really fun to listen to at all. But yeah, I would say just as a single, this is not. St. Vincent also out with a new track. This one is called Broken Man. My goodness gracious, Lord have mercy on us. This is an outstanding rock piece from St. Vincent. The second those distorted guitars make their appearance, the ground shakes and rumbles. It made an instant impression on me. Brilliant work into the studio with this. I love the swing with this. It has an awesome hook to it. I love the variants she's showcasing. Just a super dope St. Vincent music. It's great. Cardi B is also out with a freestyle called Like What, and it is absolutely awful. It's bad. It's garbage. I hate it. It sucks. This stinks. Charli XCX is also coming out with a new single that is going to be linking up to her new record. This one is called Van Dutch. Looking like she's kind of playing around a little bit more with what's hyper-focused into dance pop that she kind of already did with her past LP. It's really gonna, it is one of those tracks that it will hype you up. It's loud, it's gonna get the blood flowing, it's gonna get everybody off their feet and ready to dance, which is fun. But however, the sequences just aren't unique. And for Charli, I know she's so much more capable of like so much more, because this really blurs into what a lot of dance music already represents itself as. I just expected a lot more from this, but I guess overall it's fine. The Kid Laroi also has some new tunes for us. This one is called Still Yours from the doc. Kid Laroi is seen getting into his feels and these acoustic vibes once again, and he's just showing that vulnerability and risk, which is setting the stage. And I have to give the guy credit. Like, the song is not bad, and like, I'm not in love with it, but the guy is showing his music potential, which is more than what I needed to see. So that's really cool that he's willing to do that and take the risk. And people might judge his singing here and there. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's fine. So yeah. Gesaffelstein is also out with a new song called Hard Dreams. This one is stellar. It's vibrant, it's 80s, and it's well put together. It's gonna be one of those things with people that if you can't really get into the vocal style, It's just not gonna sit right with you in general, but I thought this was enjoyable. I had a good time. And closing off this week's Singles of the Week, the track that I chose to react to for this week's Singles of the Week, that I chose for the Single of the Week, is gonna go to Knock Loose, Blinding Fate. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have to go check out the video to see why I had to pick this video. It's a good one. It's a good one. Not for everybody, but it's a good one. But that is certainly why this is the Single of the Week. And that is it for this week's Singles of the Week, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go on to like, share, and comment down below of what you thought of these tracks. Do not forget to check them out for yourselves. They're all linked in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces.